Happy New Year, and welcome to PMPA's Final Cut of the Week, where we share important information you may have missed while you are making essential parts. I'm Joe Jackson.
And I'm Carly Kistler-Miller, and this is what you need to know for the week ending January 5th, 2024. New residential construction is considered to be a leading indicator for our shops, as it leads to the purchase of light trucks, durable goods, HVAC, and other systems that require our parts. In November, privately owned housing starts jumped almost 15%. This is up 9.3% over November 2022. Single-family housing starts increased 18%, while completions were up 5.0% above the revised October value. While positive month-to-month, the rate was down 6.2% compared to November 2022.
JOLTS job openings are slightly lower than market expectations, with 62,000 less openings than reported in October 2023. This is the third consecutive month of declines in job openings. Our take? This is continued good news that the job market is finally starting to ease a bit. This will continue to put downward pressure on wage inflation. With less openings, there will be more qualified candidates looking for your positions.
According to PR Newswire, the ISM PMI came in at 47.4% in December 2023, up from 46.7% in November. PMI is headed in the right direction, exceeding market expectations of 47.1%. PMI is still indicating contraction, but can indicate a beginning of expansion when the index moves above 48.7 for an extended period. It's good to see PMI bouncing back. This is the third highest recorded PMI in 11 months. A few more good readings may be an indication of a turnaround, with the index declining since late 2022.
Construction spending on manufacturing is a solid portent for more businesses for our shops. It can explain why we are so positive about the activity of our shops in the years ahead. The new manufacturing facilities being built now will need our precision components. According to the St. Louis Fed, growth of total construction spending in the U.S. is up $136 billion in November 2023 from the $73 billion invested in November of 2020.
On this week's Speaking of Precision podcast, Miles Free, David Wynn, and I discuss how new thinking on continuous improvement can shape the future of our precision machining shops. This podcast and our Speaking of Suppliers podcast can be found on major podcast platforms or on PMPA.org.
Now it's time for our weekly tip. What retention technique is easy to do, takes little effort, and fits in the budget? Employee recognition. According to Gallup's 2022 Workhuman report, quote, "One of the best ways to engage and inspire employees is to recognize them," unquote. Studies show that a little recognition can go a long way. To read about this no to low-cost solution to employee retention, go to PMPA.org's Knowledge Centers or Final Cut of the Week.
And that's our take on what you need to know for the week ending January 5th, 2024. For additional information and links about any of the topics discussed today, go to PMPA.org and click on Final Cut of the Week.
Thanks for checking in, and we'll see you next Friday. You may have missed while we were making it. I wasn't making anything. So you know.
Compared to November.
I was like, she's gonna say it.
I did it so good.
I thought you were just, I was like, all right.
Shoot.
Reported in October 23. I probably could have went with that, but it's fine.
That's new.
To read about this no to...
We're getting the hard stuff,
I know.
and we're screwing up on the easy stuff.